All right, today we're tying up some. Well, I'll just show you. It's a different color. It's a color I don't try, and that's sometimes when I get jigs to tie for somebody else. It kind of gives me an idea of something I want to use. Sometimes everybody else has got a color they like. Might not be the color I like, or it might be the color I never thought of. And I wasn't sure about this jig at first, and I seen the pictures of it. I was like, yeah. But after I tied a couple of them up, I was probably end up tying some up for myself too. It looks like a good muddy water color. Using an 1/8 ounce round ball jig head. And we're going to use a silver body, kind of a orange colored tail. Like I said, the jig came out pretty nice. It was a little better than what I thought it was. It took me one to get the body to the right thickness I wanted, get the tail to the right color I wanted, and get it all laid out. But what we're doing is using an orange marabou, and we're using the end strands of it. You see, you want your body material just about the same length as the shank of your hook. You want about that much of it hanging off the back of your jig. So we're going to cut that just a little bit too long. We're going to trim that down just a little bit. In the marabou, I figured out a trick to using was to wet it a little bit between your fingers. If not, it builds up a lot of static. So once you get it to the right length you want, trim some of that off. But I wasn't sure about working with marabou. I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not, but actually it's not really that bad of a material to use. But the same way I do every jig. Get your body lined out, get it going straight, wrap it down good and tight, because remember, that's your base. That's the part you don't want. You don't want it to come undone. You want that nice and tight. You want it even. And that's the tail. So being those colors, the red head, the orange tail, and the silver body, we're going to go with a gold colored flash. That's what we're going to flash it with. Works out pretty good. It came out pretty good. I like the way they tied up. I like the way it looked. Like I said, it looked to me like a good jig for if you was going to fish muddy water, murky water. Just a pretty nice color. Then we're going to take our flash, we're going to double it over, get it to where the tail, get it to where it's kind of even, wrap it over the eye of your jig head. If I can get it on here, yeah. And you're going to do it just like your body. And this is also extra to help hold the body on too when you wrap that flash on. And take it all the way down to the shank of your tip of your hook. And we're going to come back up just about not quite halfway up the shank of the hook. And you see there's your flash, how it comes out. And then when we start wrapping the body, it's going to let that flash is going to kind of hang out from underneath of it. For body material, we're using silver medium Chanel New Age tinsel. Gives a good flash to it. It's got a good color to it. You can see, actually, you get it just right in the light. You can see several different colors in it. It's got a good flash. I believe that'll catch a crappie's attention. But to get the body a little bit thicker the way I want it to, we're going to double up on the body material. And you see I got two pieces. Not twist it together. And we're going to start it right there where we end at the thread, and then we're going to go back toward the hook. Then we're going to go back up to the head. We're going to get it all over on that side and have it ready for our glue. Keeping all of our tail material out of it. I get picky. It drives me nuts to see pieces of tail material hanging out up there. And we're going to put our glue foundation down. just enough to hold it. These are also jig heads tied by Patriot baits. 1/8 ounce red ball head, sickle hook. And once I got all that twisted up, I almost had my fingers glued together there. And we're gonna wrap the body with it. And using it doubled up like that, twist it together, like I said, it's making the body a little bit thicker. So bulk the jig up some. And when we wrap it, we want to keep it even. We want to keep it, as you're wrapping the jig around, you're kind of pushing it back toward your last piece, your last wrap. And that way, like I said, it's giving a little more mass to the body, and it's also helping to keep it kind of tight. And when we start getting up here to the top of the head, we're going to go on the other side of our thread. And then we're going to wrap our thread around it. And then we're going to pull the whole jig tight. And we're going to cut that off. First one I tied I didn't like. Sometimes it might take 1 or 2 till I get it to the way I like it. The type of jig I'd want to use. And we're going to whip finish it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to pull it loose. Cinch it down nice and tight. Trim that excess off. This batch of jigs is going to Sam McPherson. Like I said, that's kind of a pretty jig. I don't know how good the camera shows it up, but I actually like that a lot after I tied it. I believe that'll catch crappie. I'd use it. I'm pretty sure there's going to end up being 1 or 2 in my box this year. Good choice, Sam. I like it. And like I said, I was kind of show you the flash in it. See how the flash kind of just stands out? And there is a whole lot of static in my garage, if you can't tell. But that's it. I like that one. Nice jig. Like I said, good choice.